Hello. In this video, we're going to work through a solution to this problem that was at the end of our practice test. Now, this is a really good problem because it highlights a lot of really important skills and things to be aware of when you're working through something. And let's start this by actually reading through to make sure we understand the problem. So in a movie theater, there are three ticket costs. The costs and age requirements are listed below, so here they are. And we get, if the user has a coupon, they get $4 off. So it's been broken down into steps for us. The first step is we want the program to ask the user to enter their name and age. The user should be prompted appropriately. We want to assign the price to a variable based on the user's age. So this is what's going to require some conditional logic. The program should then ask the user if they have a coupon. The coupon discount is only applied if the user enters small y or capital Y. Any other input results in no price change. Now be aware, at this stage, we haven't learned how to loop a program yet. So this problem is set up such that anything other than small y or capital Y has no change in the price, and the user should be prompted appropriately. So the program should print out the user's name and the price. Okay, so let's dive in, shall we? So step one is we are going to take the user's name, and we'll use the input function for that. Please input your name. And step two is we're going to take the user's age, and we're going to say input. Please input your age. Pretty straightforward. Now, remembering that because we are going to actually compare the size of age to know the ticket price, age needs to be an integer value. And so I'm going to write the conditional logic not doing that, and you're going to see what happens in a second. So now we're going to set up our conditional logic. So if age is less than 12, we're going to say price equals, and according to our menu it was $10. And I think the exact thing says if age is 12 and under. So if we want to say if age is less than or equal to 12, we set the price. Now there's a couple issues here, but we're going to focus on one right now. And that first issue is that because I'm actually checking the if age is less than or equal to a value, it needs to be treated as an integer. So if I run this now, oh, that's another graphics program I'm working on. Let's run this one. If I run this now, I'll get this right eventually. There we go. My name is Paul, and I don't know, 24. I get a runtime error. And the problem here, and this is a good one to be aware of, is that I am comparing age, which is a string, to an integer. So what I need to do now is I need to convert age to an integer value. And now this will work, no problem. So please input my name. My name is Paul. My age is 24. Finishes. Now, I do have another problem here, and I'm just going to print here. Print your price is, I'm going to put a $sign plus str price. Okay, because I set my price, and I read it. If I run this now, I put my name Paul, and I put the age of, say, 11, I get my price as $10. But if I run this and I put my ages, my name is Paul, my age is 24, I get an error. The reason I get an error is because of the fact that price only gets first defined inside here. So this is a situation where declaring your variables at the top is going to make things a little easier. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go up to the top here. I'm actually going to say name equals at, age equals 0, and price equals 0. So I'm declaring and initializing my variables at the top. And that means it's going to help me avoid some logic errors as they go. So now we're going to finish the conditional logic. So our first condition is we're going to see if age is less than or equal to 12. And then I'm going to say elif age is less than 65, because I believe it's between 13 to 64. It's $15. So I say price is equal to $15. And I say else price is equal to, I think it's $11. If I scroll, take a look. Pardon me, $11, yes. So there's a lot of little ideas we want to make sure we get inside this in terms of this conditional logic. The first thing is this should be an elif because this condition and this condition are directly linked. We're only ever going to run one of them at a time, and so we want to make it an elif. If it's not an elif, this won't work. And we're taking advantage of the fact that this elif is only going to execute if age is 12 to 64. 13 to 64 actually. Only executes if age is 13 to 64 inclusive. And that is because we are only going to reach this elif if this conditional statement fails. It's a really important idea. Finally, we want to make this an else statement because we don't need at that point to check any conditions. If this first one fails and the second one fails, we know the age must be 65 or older. So the next step is I want to take my coupon. So I'm going to come up here, I'm going to declare a variable called coupon, and I'm going to put into it right now y. And let's do double quotes, just because that's what I tend to do here. And then I say something like coupon equals input. Do you have a coupon? And we're going to help the user here by putting y or n. And then I come down here and I say if coupon is equivalent to small y or coupon is equivalent to capital Y, you're going to say price equals price minus 4. So this is our self-referencing assignment statement. Because we're taking whatever value is currently in price and we're subtracting 4 from it, and then we're putting it back into there. Now, I want to prompt them appropriately, so I'm going to say something like print coupon applied, and then I'm going to have an else here, and I'm going to print no coupon. This kind of prompting is important from a user experience because the user wants feedback as far as what the program is doing during the experience. So now we're going to end up with a nice little kind of just a nice message, and we're going to say print thank you for joining us. And then we're going to put their name to give it a little bit of a personal feel. And we're going to say print have a great day. Put a little space there. So let's give this a run and see if it works. So my name is Paul. My age is 11. Yes, I have a coupon. Coupon applied. Thank you for joining us, Paul. Your price is $6. Have a great day. And now you could get into all sorts of fun stuff to make this look a little nicer. What I am going to do is I'm going to actually make sure these are proper sentences by putting a period at the end. There we go. So just to review, it's always good to initialize the variables at top. Again, this isn't necessary for Python, and it's not necessary for any language provided that you're aware of some of the constraints, but it is a good thing to do as a beginning programmer because it helps you keep track of what variables are at play, and it avoids things called scope issues. So I encourage you to do that. These are our inputs for name. We take an input for age. The subtle idea here is that since age is compared using inequalities, it must be a numerical value. And I've chosen to make it an int because people usually enter their age as a whole value. Here's our conditional logic. And again, we've used an elif else structure, and because we've kind of taken advantage of this elif else structure, our conditions become a little easier, and this is more efficient because we first check, are they less than or equal to 12? And if they say yes, we can set the price. And then we say elif age is less than 65. And even though we're just asking if they're less than 65, we actually know that the only time this elif will get entered if the age is greater than 12 or less than 65, because it's only going to reach here if the first condition fails. And finally, we use an else to capture everything, because that means I don't have to do a conditional check. We take our input for our coupon, prompting them saying, here's what I want you to enter, and then we use the OR statement to check whether it's a capital Y or small y. Really common mistake here is to use AND instead of OR, because when they do that, what ends up happening is coupon can't be small y and capital Y, and that ends up being a logic error. So we prompt the user, we use a self-referencing assignment statement to subtract the value, and then I have a nice little message. So I hope this video helped, and if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to ask, whether you're in my course or not. Have a great day.